Keep on walking, I got nothing to say to imp lovers.
Chonky faguta, Giopora, Geoto Kakise. De molte que casa, do bonyelis di otto. Chai con kunta chichai.
It depends on how well you treat your friends.
Makipuna male tutta, od mishka. Conchita, chichakta. Kusa mala chikuta, ikosa mose ala tuta. Kobane puta, taise jeskusku.
I'm curious, what's your stance on fueling the Republic ships?
Kasuyali koyaran kenka kurun. Kliskataka, yos osko ukopokuta. Makipuna male tuta, od mishka. Mitisa roda, kopana cha porco utmangisa?
It'd be better to discuss this in private.
Bampaula kavaji otto.
What do you have in mind?
Chubulawa michade sula. Kafstu undile, Gio hola lukuta. Tungi machechu, kuti nankihe. Wanawa de bloto wichawa.
What do you want?
Not much for small talk, are you?
No, I'm not. And I gotta hunch you on either. We wouldn't be talking unless you wanted something. So what is it?
To the point. Let me return the favor. I'm looking for some help. Interested?
Do you think Darmanda want to fight and die in your little war? You're out of your mind. We're doing just fine on mek-sha.
I'm here to get your help with our operations on mek-sha. No fighting needed.
Interesting. Depending on the details. Look, this isn't a good place to do business. Too many years. Maybe the canteen later, and we'll see.
Ah, there you are. Have you learned everything you need to complete our plan?
Yes, I'm done here.
Splendid. I hope your time was illuminating.
How'd I do? Too scruffy? Just scruffy enough?
That's Nova Blade gear. What are you planning?
Gonna do a hit and run on Jot's turf a bit later. Need to keep the old crank from realizing who's behind it. Just need a few more sets of gear for the rest of my boys and we'll be off.
I've rather loudly let the actual Nova Blades, as well as the exchange, hear that I'm hiring extra muscle. Word should spread quickly.
I'm on my way to meet with one of the crews we need to vote for the refueling.
Wonderful. My master knew you were the one for the job. Well then, we all have our tasks before us. Shall we reconvene in the Brothers' territory later?
Well, well, you showed up. I prefer doing business here. Better drinks, no dress code, industrial waste disposal on the back if there's trouble.
Let's pick up where we left off at the party.
Well, let's start here. What exactly do you want from me?
I want you to vote in favor of selling fuel to the Republic.
You want them to refuel? I don't know what your game is, but I don't need to. You know how this works. You do a little something for me first, and I'll consider it.
What did you have in mind?
You know that slimy little roadie in Vic? Runs a smuggling crew? He's been raising prices on me, and I'm sick of it. Profits are thin enough without that bug-eyed scammer butting in. I want him and his bodyguards dead. No witnesses, no chance the Darmanda gets to blame. I know the guy who's next in line. Done business together. He'll hire some of my guys as bodyguards, and I'll be in a nice spot. So, there it is. Take out Vic, and the vote's yours.
Chunky faguta, Giopora, Geoto kakise. Makipuna male tuta on Mishka.
Your help will certainly go a long way.
Ni at umpampa, boshura moki. Paguta pal kuchap wampa, la agua kilia jikoska. Chunky faguta, Giopora, Geoto kakise. Ni at umpampa, boshura moki.
Who do you support?
Nakmanoya, no chaita. Tuta mishka, no chaita. Kafsta undile, Gio hola lukuta.
What makes you think I want to stop it?
Mantahumpa, muli rafavaba. Ko yamaya, inacho casa. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose ala tuta. Patogawa, kiku bakile.
What exactly do you need?
Di estinuka. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Oyatuka change kapula. Timote kikasa, dobonyelis dioto. Bampaula kava gioto. Umpa bitwala ni bobo.
You want to do business with the Huts?
Bagtra wanawaga. Mibunawa di te utwipi. Kasoyali koyaran kenka kurun. Patati tok makichisa chubala wawuni.
I didn't know the exchange was on mek-sha.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Mantahumpa muli rafavaba. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Nokta chulna dobela. Patogawa kiku bakile.
I'll bring the envoy back, safe and sound.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Cha aita ye chopa. Mitwana shoto.
Kapa me chispa.
You weren't invited to this meeting, Commander.
I gather your meeting with Veek is cancelled, then?
Kavaji otatakoga uta no pisto pampauta.
I must say, I am surprised Veek chose his reputation over saving a potential deal with the Huts.
Contachota, casa yuli koira tole kankiton.
Is the exchange helping the Huts take back mek-sha? Why else would you let the exchange grow so quickly?
Rundi kava kayo petopa pupanda baka murishanita.
In truth, both of our organizations lose millions of credits to Harito Wald every month. It's getting expensive.
Kiko ubo kili wata ponka tonko potoko wata.
Once Veek and his ilk are out of the way, we'll divvy up his routes and cruise between ourselves.
Yakopa Gigi kuting anulia makachisa.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Migushu funbu dopa makma.
Dead. It was an ambush. She was working with the exchange all along.
Bampaula kavaji oto.
The Huts and the exchange made a deal to kill you and split your resources between themselves. They didn't count on anyone else getting involved.
Kasoyali koyaran kenka kurun. Umpa kombak niji tonka giliski chanaga. Umpa bitwala ni bobo.
It seems that will take some time.
Timote kikasa, dobonyelis dioto. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose ala tuta. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Widok bamba, unaguta, tanquekuta.
I have other priorities right now.
Patati tok makichisa, chubala wawuni. Pide perupa, kadwa shiniko iga danaila. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose ala tuta. Ay, tuta mishka, gio lukuta.
It's exactly what I need.
Yamakuzo pike. No ye nevuta nakma.
Yes, that should be all.
Inigu daiji liska tsunanga wa. Jiji haku.
Commander, am I interrupting anything?
I just finished convincing Veek to support our plan. What do you need?
Perfect. Remember when I mentioned that hit and run on Jot's territory earlier? Well, I've got my squad ready to move. Last thing we need is you.
What do you mean?
Jot's crew handles maintenance for everything in the station, including the failsafe system that roasts the fuel. He'll have a schematic for the failsafe on his computers. We need that data so we can modify the system to juice it up like the boss wants. My team hits Jot's place first, so he thinks pirates are trying to run off with some of his repair droids. While he's out chasing us around, you sneak into his HQ and grab the data. Sound good?
Send me the coordinates, and I'll make my way there.
You got it. Before we dive into this op, I have to tell you, I feel like Valron's playing games here. Treating those creep slavers like they actually matter. Hell, playing nice with any of the locals. Boss's eyes are on more than just the mission, I'm sure of it.
You were a slave once, just as I was. What's your view on the Empire using slaves as they do?
Being a slave was horrible, but it motivated me to be the best, to make myself more. That's what the Empire's all about, isn't it? Still, if things had been different, I could have got a lot more years soldiering in. Probably a lot of good soldiers died working in a mine or something, before they got their chance to really make a difference.
Slavery is cruel and destructive. The Empire would be better off without it.
Sometimes you have to be cruel to get things done the best they can be done. But I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more brains put to it. All right, I've burned enough of your time. I'll move my people into position and we'll be ready to start when you are. Amory out.
Just for you.
Major Anri, I'm downloading the failsafe schematics now.
Copy that. Think we finally have the old fool locked down. Gonna snag some droids and make our getaway before he gets loose again. Anri out.
Thanks to your impressive efforts, the vote has gone as we intended. Mek-sha will sell fuel to the Republic. Their ships are preparing to dock now.
All without the slightest idea of our true plans. Well done. We can begin our attack as soon as their ships are locked in.
I've gone over the failsafe schematics with my boys. We'll break into the maintenance shafts and hit the 4 main emitters all at once. Someone else will have to throw the big switch, though. Can't activate the failsafe from inside. Has to be done from the dock's control center.
Leave that to me.
We're of the same mind. Excellent. Before you begin, I will load the remainder of our troops into assault shuttles and make a diversionary strike on the docks themselves. That should serve to distract the bulk of their defenders. Still, do be careful as you approach the failsafe controls, darling.
Don't worry. You won't need to distract them for long.
Splendid. Oh, to see their ships gutted by the very fuel that they were so desperate to acquire. This will be a glorious day for the Empire.
A day to be exceeded only by our forthcoming victory on Corellia. Now then, everyone to your tasks. Take no prisoners, and above all else, enjoy yourselves.
I've reached the failsafe controls.
Emitters have all been modified. We're ready. Perfect. Activate the failsafe.
Firing now. The console shows that all fuel has been neutralized, but there isn't enough power to ignite it.
It's disappointing. But the task is done. Those ships aren't going anywhere. All forces return to base.
You made an all-out military assault on my docks! Mek-sha isn't Imperial territory. You don't get to ignore my rules!
It is true that our forces attacked their ships, as they do in all corners of the galaxy. But it was your council that voted to put them in that position.
And it was your weapon that disabled their ships.
No! They'll never think
that we have been working together since the beginning. That is exactly what they'll think. Why else would you be meeting us now?
You have made an enemy of the Republic. Your neutrality will be meaningless.
But you are not alone in these trying times. Your affiliation with the Empire will gradually strengthen over time. I believe you could become our key refueling station in this sector, if you learn to behave.
You played them from the beginning. Very impressive.
Oh, that's no way to speak about our partners. Our enthusiastic partners. You are enthusiastic, aren't you?
Yes!
Splendid.
You may go now.
Vauron, Shah, report.
The Republic fleet was completely disabled. They will not reach Corellia in time to interfere.
Then your mission is complete. Prepare to extract all forces. With no further Republic reinforcements to contend with, our victory on Corellia is all but guaranteed. I'm transmitting coordinates now. We will meet to discuss our strategy for the attack immediately. Malgus out.
It has been a great pleasure working with you, Commander. I shall look forward to our next mission together.
My lords, orders just came through. Looks like I'm backing you up on Corellia. Heard they have good whiskey. Might try and grab some.
Don't bother. Calcinor's blends are just as good, and much simpler to find in Imperial space.
Maybe so, but you know what they say about a looted bottle?
The truest taste of victory.
Oh, I like this one.
I've enjoyed working with her so far. Major Anri, this is Lana Benico.
Charmed.
Hey, I saw the Sith leave. Am I clear to come in now?
One of yours?
Most of the time.
Are we good to go or what? This is not the best neighborhood.
Lead the way.